Do you want to have the ultimate control over your life? Welcome to Take Control with Whitney Wells, where we will explore all topics of life that we try and control, what this creates for you, and how to have successful relationships all while empowering yourself. Keep listening and let's have some fun. Hi everyone, and welcome to episode 27 of Take Control with Whitney Wells. How is everyone doing? We got some snow, not a ton. We got like 6 inches, which isn't a lot, but we hadn't had snow for the past almost 2 years, which is crazy because Philadelphia definitely does get snow. So we had a ton of fun playing outside in the snow. And we went sledding. We have a hill in our front yard, which was so much fun. My son is at the age where he enjoys it. When he first went sledding, he did not enjoy it. He was a baby, and he did not enjoy the cold. But yeah, it was so much fun. The second day of sledding, our hill was basically like ice, and we were going so fast. He is a little fearless child. Super, super fun. I hope everyone is enjoying their holiday season, whatever holiday you celebrate. We're getting ready for Christmas, so that's approaching. All right, so today we're going to talk about going from the feeling of resentful to empowered with a simple shift. I love this shift. We're going to talk about feeling as though you have to do something in your life, what this creates for you, and then shifting to I get to do these things for a more enjoyable experience. And most likely, this shift will bring you instant relief and empowerment. So it is so easy for us to feel bad about the things that we feel that we have to do in life. I think that we have all been there, right? This is a normal and common path to go down. It's normal to feel a negative emotion about the things that we have to, about the things that we think that we have to do, right? Nothing is wrong with you if you go down this path of feeling bad for the things that you think you have to do. Our brains tend to gravitate towards that negative feeling, that negative thought. But you do have another option if you want it. And that's what we're going to explore today. So what you create for yourself when you think, I have to do XYZ, what do you create for yourself? So think of something you feel as though you have to do, whether that's something to do with your kids, your job, your home life. Think of something you feel as though you have to do. So when you feel as though you have to do something, you think the simple phrase, the simple sentence, I have to do blank. I have to do XYZ. And you may feel forced. You may feel resentful. You may feel frustrated or some other negative feeling, right? You are creating this feeling by thinking, I have to do XYZ. I have to do blank. I have to do this thing. And when you feel forced, when you feel resentful and frustrated, how do you show up? Probably not your best. And it is most likely not an enjoyable experience for you, right? When you feel frustrated, when you feel resentful, when you feel forced. Now you are creating this experience for yourself. You are creating this feeling. You are creating the experience that you have. It is not the actual thing that you are doing or going to do or thinking about doing. That thing is neutral. It cannot generate any feeling within any person until you have a thought. And in this case, the thought is, I have to. I have to do blank. I have to do XYZ. I have to do this thing. Let's look at some examples. Homeschooling or virtual school for your kids. Maybe you feel and you're thinking, I have to virtual school my kids. I have to homeschool my kids. Maybe it's exercise. Maybe you think I have to exercise. I have to eat healthy. Maybe it has to do with your job. I have to go to my job. I have to do this work. I have to do what my boss tells me to do. Maybe it has to do with housework. I have to clean the dishes. I have to do the laundry. I have to vacuum. I have to pick up. Maybe the bills, right? Paying bills. I have to pay bills. Maybe it has to do with cooking. I have to cook this meal. I have to make this food. I have to prepare this meal for my family. Maybe it's around playing with your kids. I have to play with my kids. Maybe it has to do with being around people. I have to be around this certain person. Usually, this is the have tos tend to be around family members, right? I have to spend this holiday with this family member. I have to be around this person. Whether it be a mom, a dad, a brother, a sister, uncle, aunt, whatever it is, right? Now, for me personally, I've had some have-tos around exercise. While I love exercise, I sometimes think on a day-to-day basis, I have to go for this run. I have to do this high-intensity interval training. I have to do sprints. Sometimes I have the have-tos around homeschooling or virtual school. I have to virtual school my child. This is something I have to do. Sometimes I think that, right? Sometimes I think it around doing the dishes and housework. I have to do these dishes. I have to pick up. I have to clean up. I have to clean this bathroom. I hate cleaning bathrooms. Sometimes I have it around work. I have to do the schedule for tomorrow. I have to do payroll. I have to do work. I have to do work to make money. I have to write this post on Instagram. I have to make this podcast. No, never. I love being here. But here's some truth bombs for you. Here are some truth bombs and the truth of it all, right? As an adult, you never have to do anything. I never have to do these things. I never have to exercise. I never have to homeschool my child. I don't have to virtual school him. I don't have to do the dishes. I don't have to clean up. I don't have to do housework. As an adult, I do not have to do these things. I don't have to do the schedule for tomorrow. I don't have to do payroll. I don't have to do it. And neither do you. The things that you think you have to do, you don't actually have to do them, right? As an adult, you don't actually have to do them. I know we often feel as though we have to do things in our lives that we have to do, right? Such as if you have kids to care for, you may feel as though you have to care for them. But the truth is you don't. You don't actually have to. If you think about it, some people in the world don't. So that proves you don't actually have to. You don't actually have to pay your bills, but maybe you feel as though you do, right? Sometimes we feel as though we have to pay our bills or show up for our job. But the truth is you never have to do anything, including these things. As an adult, you never have to do anything. So it's actually more factual to say, I get to, you get to, instead of I have to, you have to. Instead of saying I have to, it's more factual to say I get to. Because you never have to do anything as an adult. So how do we make this shift and actually enjoy the things you think that you have to do? How do we go from I have to I get to? So as always, being aware that you are creating your feelings with your thought of I have to is the first step. The actual thing, the job, the kids, exercise, dishes, housework, bills, do not create your feelings. They don't have the power to do this. You create them with your thought, which is the best news because as I have been preaching, if you've listened to any of my episodes before this, you have control over your thoughts, so you can change your experience from here. So number 2, now that you know that you are creating your feelings, right? You know you're creating your feelings and your experience with your thought about the thing. You can decide on purpose what that experience will be. So to make this shift, this is one of my favorite things to do. Instead of thinking I have to, try on I get to, right? Instead of thinking you have to, try on you get to. So let's explore how this is true for you. We don't just start thinking this new thought automatically, right? Let's see how it is true. Let's see how it is believable for you. In what ways do you want to do this thing? In what ways do you want to do the housework? Do you want a clean house? Why do you want to care for your kids? What are the reasons for it? Why do you want to show up for your job? Why do you want to do what your boss tells you to do? Why do you want to do the work that your job requires? In what ways do you benefit from paying your bills? How is it enjoyable to homeschool or virtual school your kids? How are you blessed to be able to exercise? How is this enjoyable? Why would you want to? Ask yourself these questions to move from I have to I get to. Find out the truth in the I get to. Now you may find that owning your choices gives you the feeling of empowerment. You are choosing to clean the house, to homeschool your kids, to go to work, to pay your bills. Owning these choices, for me at least, gives me the sense of empowerment, the feeling of empowered. And then you may even enjoy the thing you thought you, quote, quote, had to do. So let's see how this could be in a real example. I have a 5-year-old son, and he is in virtual school right now. When I think I get to homeschool my son, when I think I get to homeschool my son instead of I have to homeschool my son, I feel empowered. I feel love. Instead of feeling forced, resentful, frustrated when I think I have to. And when I feel empowered and love, when I'm thinking I get to homeschool my son, I then show up for my son in a positive way. I am present and engaged. And then I show up for other people in my family as well in a more productive and positive way. The entire experience is just more enjoyable. Now, if I'm feeling frustrated or resentful or forced, the experience is not enjoyable. Now, how can this all benefit your relationship with your partner? If you are thinking, I have to do something, that could be a shared responsibility, such as housework or childcare, you may feel resentful towards your partner when you're thinking, I have to do this thing. And from this feeling, you're going to create this experience for yourself that isn't fun or enjoyable. You may not speak as much, you may pull away, you may create this disconnection between you and your partner. If you react to your feeling of frustration, resentful, forced, right? Now, when you shift to, I get to do the housework or care for your kids, by finding the truth in this, why do you want to clean the house? Maybe it's because you want a clean house. You choose this and you want this. Why do you want to care for your kids? Maybe because you love them. You want to enjoy them. You want to be around them. You are choosing this and you want this. By owning your choices and shifting to I get to, you may feel empowered and then actually enjoy the experience. And when feeling empowered, when you're thinking, I get to, you will more likely speak to your partner, have more conversation with your partner, enjoy their company, and share and connect and create that connection with them, right? Now, this shift to, I get to do this thing is just an option, of course. I'm just here to give you options and possibly different ways of doing things, possibly different ways of thinking about things. Sometimes we want to feel bad on purpose. Life consists of 50% negative emotions and 50% positive emotions that we are going to feel. And sometimes we choose the negative on purpose. But the key is to not make the negative emotion mean more. The key is just to allow these negative emotions to be within us with ownership, knowing that you created them for yourself and you are strong enough to feel any emotion. Your emotions are just vibrations in your body. So if you choose to feel negative emotions on purpose, first know that your feelings are never the problem. They're never a problem. They're just a vibration within you. And then recognize that you are creating your feelings. This will give you the power, right? Instead of giving away your power to someone or something else. You are creating your feelings, not someone or something else. And then lastly, drop into your power by knowing you can feel any emotion. So if you choose to feel a negative emotion, choose this on purpose. Choose this with intention. Own your power. Don't give it away. So for me, I love shifting from I have to I get to. I love taking the control the power and the ownership back. I love enjoying all the quote unquote have tos by thinking and shifting to I get to. So try it out for yourself if you want to. Give it a shot. Empower yourself instead of feeling resentful. Now, if you want to enjoy your relationships, including all the have tos, quote unquote, and feel empowered and connected, I have some free things you can apply today. So grab the free Happy Relationship Steps. I have a bonus activity that goes with it, and I have some mini training videos. You can grab all of this in the show notes. Visit WhitneyWellsCoaching.com. There's a link right there attached to the podcast. And enjoy. All right. Thanks for listening. Talk to you next time. Bye. Do you want to explore these topics further? Are you ready to live the life that you want to live on purpose while controlling what you have control over? I would love to be your life coach. If you're interested, simply head over to WhitneyWellsCoaching.com and book an appointment with me today. I can't wait to work with you.